You see, we bought cocoa powder to take fingerprints with cocoa powder.
You are amazing. You are amazing. Let me check. Think I'm recording. So, good morning, everyone. I'm glad to introduce you Professor Anna Brankovic from the Department of Forensic Science and Faculty of Forensic Science and Engineering of the University of Criminal Investigation and Forensic and Quality Studies from Belgrade. So together with Dr. Sara Petkovic, they will stay with us today and tomorrow, and they will have give you, amazing introduction and something I saw there, something fun for later regarding the crime scene investigation and all the world behind this. So, Professor Anna Brakovic, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I'm very glad that I'm here. It's an honor for me. And we'll just see. So this is me. I finished molecular biology and I started working at the University of Criminal Investigation and Police Studies. Well, 17 years ago now. Yeah, it's a long time. I started as an assistant and I teach students all these classes connected to crime scene investigation and what to do with the traces when they collect them at the laboratories. So some part of that I will try to show you in the next couple of days. And I hope it will be interesting for you. With me is Sara Petkovic. Sara was actually one of our students. And here, Sara. Yeah. And she's our student from the first year. And now she's a part of our team and she works with us. And she will show you everything from her angle and from her perspective. All the presentations that I will show you today will be left for you so you can have them. And they have more text than I will tell you about it. But why they have more text? Because I want you to have everything in written. And maybe sometimes when you don't remember what I said and what was the context and everything, you can go back to the presentations and you can see everything. And I made for you a lot more presentations than we will talk today about, because I know that always you have some questions about some specific traces and what to do with them later. And I also have some presentations that will show you, that one is probably, yeah. And some presentations that will show you what we do at our master program of forensic engineering, what our students do for their master thesis. So how would you define a crime scene? What is a crime scene? Is that just the place where crime happened? Yes. So it's not just the place where the crime happened. It's also the place where the perpetrator gets rid of his clothes or some other evidences, where he planned something like a bank robbery or things like that. So there's a few definitions of the crime scene, and you don't need to know these definitions by heart, but you need to know what can you expect to be a crime scene. Why do we call enclosed and open spaces? do we have enclosed and open spaces? What would happen if we would have a crime in this classroom? Would just this classroom be a crime scene? And where would you start your investigation from? Where would you start if you are a forensic investigator? Where would you start your investigation? Just in this classroom or somewhere else?
I think it depends on
On a case.
on the type of the crime. I don't know.
Yes, but when the forensics team arrive, they will start the investigation outside the building. And first, they will take a photo of the building. And then they will take a photo of the stairs that they are taking. Primo piano, secondo piano, yeah? Okay. And then when they go upstairs, they will take one more photo outside to see if the doors are open, closed, everything, and then the actual crime scene. Why? Because you need to document where the crime happened, and you need to document everything because maybe the perpetrator getting to the crime scene and leaving the crime scene could leave some evidences. That's why you need all of it. This is a large building. You won't take pictures of the whole building, but the most logical ways in and out. If we talk about enclosed crime scene environments, what's specific for them? They are enclosed, but here, is it the same temperature as outside? No, it's not the same conditions. So when I arrive at this crime scene and I'm here and the AC is on, could I say it's a bit chilly for me? I will turn it off. Can I do that? No. Why? Because I'm changing the environment. You must leave everything on the crime scene as it was. If the window was open, you must leave it open. When you document everything, then you can change it. But before that, you can't. Why? Because it might be important. If you have a dead body and you want to see what's the post-mortem interval, how much time passed when that person passed away, you will need to know the specific conditions, because all the specific conditions can alternate your results. Open crime scene investigations are most usually connected to what crime? Some traffic incidents, yeah? It's the most usual thing. Maybe something else, but the most usual, it's outside. When you have an open crime scene, it's very hard to establish perimeters at the crime scene. So how would you do it? If it's a traffic incident, you will take something, yeah, probably 20 meters before that and something after that. But you can have also the pieces of the glass and the vehicle. You can have it on the side and everywhere. So you need to look everywhere to see what the crime scene is. It's better to isolate the bigger area at the start and then narrow it than to start from the narrow area and then you find the evidence outside that area. Why? Because someone can tamper with your evidence. We had a case a couple of years ago. Now it's more than a couple. I really can't remember the year. Some Serbian singer was killed. And the problem with the investigation was that first, they told she's missing. And they told that she was last seen in that and that part of the city, somewhere near the riverbank. And it was raining the day before. so it was a bit muddy. And they organized the search. And the search was not just police officers, it was her neighbors, the people who knew her. And they went all over the place. So when they found her body, they couldn't find any evidence. And if they found some, when they found some evidence, the person said, yeah, it is my shoe print. I was looking for her. That's how I left it. So you need to think in front before something happens. It was like you put, I don't know, kids on the playground and you let them play in the mud. That's what they did. And there was no evidence before that. Like the Thai destroying your sandcastle, if I may say so. So, what are essentials of the crime scene proceedings? We need initial response team. It's a police team. It's not a forensic team. When you call police, I don't know, 911 was the number in Italy. When you call them, the police officer is the first one getting to the crime scene, right? And then he calls some legal authorities. He calls judge or some district attorney office, or someone like that, and then they call for forensics. Depending on the type of the crime scene, different forensic team are coming, forensic experts. Why? Because if you had an explosion, you would need someone who's working on explosions and fire. If you had some crime scene that is, how they call it, white collar crimes, yeah, you will take some forensic accountant with you. So the different types of forensic experts are coming. And then when you call them, you tell them the crime is that and that. And then they think what of the equipment they will bring to the crime scene. They're not taking everything with them because they don't need everything. There are some crime scenes that need some specific equipment, but not all of them. The friend of mine had a case where the guy was killed and his body was thrown in the well. And they needed the guys with breathing masks and with oxygen tanks to go to the well, because you know when you go to the well, the oxygen level is getting lower, and they didn't want to expose their police officers. So that was one specific of that crime scene. And the same friend had the similar situation, but the person was thrown at the sewage. Yeah, at the sewage. And it was, she said it was her worst day because it was really smelly situation. But someone needed to go there and take that body out. What happens with the evidence if you throw the body in, if someone throws the body in the sewage? They're compromised, yeah. They can get destroyed. We will talk more about degradation of the DNA evidence, biological evidence. So we talked what teams are going, and the first team outside is the police team. I'm sorry. Okay. What does the police officer needs to do when they come, when a team of police officers, when they come to crime scene? What first they need to do? They need to see the situation, yeah?
Establish the perimeter, the area perimeter with click marks and something like that. The first.
Yeah, but you think about crime scene where there's no one there.
Yeah.
What if you have some persons on that crime scene? First, you need to see who's the victim, who's the perpetrator, who's the witness, to separate them. If someone is hurt, you need to call for medical help for ambulance. If you have a perpetrator, you need, or suspect, you need to detain him. I specifically don't say arrest him, just to detain him. And then you will see if you will arrest that person or not. What else? Then, after that, they need to establish a parameter, and then they call a judge or an attorney, district attorney. That's the order. Why? Because first, we want to help someone at the crime scene if there's someone that is hurt. Then we want to secure that those people stay there, because we will need our witnesses, we will need our victim, we will need our suspect, and then establish the crime scene. That's the order. We already talked about preservation of original conditions. Most of the time, when they go to crime scene, well, it's usually the call, hi, we have something really smelly in our building. Could you come here and see what's it about? They break the doors and they see it's a body in some stage of decomposition. And the first thing that they want to do is to open the window, crack the window. But as I told you, they can't do it. Also, they need to set the parameter, they need to physically demarcate the crime scene, and they should, if there's a possibility, leave one way for entering and the other way for exiting. In this room, there's a possibility for that because we have 2 doors, and they need to mark who are they letting at the crime scene. They need to take notes for everything. I don't know how it is in your countries, but in Serbia, when there's some high-profile crime, if I may say so, then a lot of lieutenants and higher-ranked police officers want to come to see what happened. And when they come to crime scene, you need to be the person, that one person, who will say, I'm sorry, but I can't let you. And he said, well, yeah, but you need to take orders from me, not me from you. And you tell him, no, please don't do that. We had a case, well, it was long ago, more than 20 years ago. The director of our airline company was murdered, and they were waiting for him to come home. They were waiting outside, and when he came home, when he got out to open the gate, they killed him. And they found some cigarette butts, forensic investigators, at the crime scene. And they so happy. They were waiting here. See, they were waiting for a long time because there were many butts. They collected everything. And when they took the DNA from that samples, it was some high-ranked police officer who came to see what's happening and how they are dealing with the investigation. And because it was a sunny day, he was standing under the tree smoking. So that's why you can't let anyone to come there. And like I said, control entry always. When the forensic special team arrives, what's important for forensic team? They need to have some professional credentials. Why? Because they need, maybe, we can't say do no harm, but do not tamper with evidence. Because sometimes they will be under pressure to do something because they know that someone did something, but they can't find enough evidence. They need to do their work methodically and to have their findings not altered in any way. at the crime scene, forensic team needs to document everything, to detect everything, do some preliminary analysis, and then do reporting. We have two types of forensics team. The one that they go to the crime scene, and the other forensics that work at the laboratories. And we'll talk more about both of them. As you can see, I put some pictures on these slides, and you can tell me, is this correct way to collect evidence? See this guy on the picture? Is it correct? No, why not?
See.
Yeah, he doesn't have any forensic equipment on him. He can contaminate the crime scene. So that's not okay. In forensics, we say dress for success. Yeah, you need to dress yourself in all the equipment, and we brought you some of those. So we'll show you, Sarah will show it to you later, and you can try it on. And to see how it looks to have all the equipment on yourself, but this is not the correct way. Why? He's taking samples, dressed like this. You see his tie, can be getting it at, I don't know, blood pool, and carrying it all around. So that's not the way to do it. He doesn't have a hairnet, anything on his hair. He is kneeling in his pants. So not just that he can take away the evidence with him, he can also leave some traces there. That's why it's not correct way to do it. For the essential equipment, we divide that equipment at primary and secondary processing equipment. Primary equipment is the one that you are taking with you on the fields. And the secondary processing equipment is the one that you that are some systems or that you work with at the laboratories. When you need a break, please do tell me. Please do tell me if you need a break, and if you want to ask any questions, please interrupt me. Do you have any questions?
About the photography with forensic specification.
Yes.
Well, for example, if I take picture with the phone,
Yes.
someone can reject my picture because I'm not made with the specific forensic
Equipment. Yes, but it's more problem with altering pictures. So you need to have evidence that the pictures were not altered. They're usually doing it with cameras, and cameras have their cards. So you give that card, and then you can see the time when the picture was taken, and if it's tampered, then the time will show the change in it. And
of the tag.
yes, add the tag at the file. So then you will know that something was tampered with. Usually they don't take their phones to the crime scenes, but they have cameras, and a good one. And somewhere when we have some complicated crime scenes, they do it with body cams, and they take a video of everything, of the whole process of collecting evidence, because sometimes we had we had one really large crime scene. It was a guy who was he opened a pharmaceutical company to make supplements, but he made methamphetamine and ecstasy. And he actually employed people. And the people that he employed didn't know what they were doing, because they were doing just some parts of processing. They were doing distillation, they were doing crystallization. reactions, separation of oils and things like that. And they didn't know the whole process, and they didn't know what they were dealing with and what they were doing. And that crime scene investigation lasted for 4 months, every day. And the forensics team were there for 8 hours each day in the equipment. And because they knew who they were dealing with, they need to have body cam on the whole time, making videos, what they were doing, and talking about it. So I would say I start here and I go at this table. I have 2 bottles. Then take a picture, mark them as evidences. I will take samples from these bottles. When you have something like Raman spectroscopy, you can just point it at the bottle and then it will tell you what's inside. And then you will see if you want to take sample of, or if you don't want to take sample of that. But then if you want to take sample, you will say, I'm taking sample, opening the bottle, opening whatever syringe or Pasteur pipette, taking, putting sample. This sample is named, the number must be the same as you, I don't know, 47, 47A, 47B. From this bottle, now I will take fingerprints. And then I'm taking fingerprints from that bottle. They are 47A3, maybe. I'm taking a DNA swab. This will be 47A4. And all the evidence are marked. And you need to take them all, not just to document them by photo and video, but also to document them in your papers. Because if any of those steps are missing, that's not valuable evidence at court. The court is going to dismiss it.
Sorry, in Italy, for example, for the environmental protection legal procedure to verify if some company generated pollution or thing. We did during the investigation, during the sampling of the area, we take three samples. One is for policemen. One is for each parts have the possibility to analyze, and one remain closed for a third
Super investigator. Yeah, we
This,
call it.
In a procedure that you are describing, or
Yes, you can take 3 samples, but usually we take 1 or 2 samples with a larger amount if there's a possibility, and then you can share the same sample. Cause why? Because they can say, or something was already in your vial, and that's why it's different and things like that, and that's why you share the same sample. They can do it, and well, we are not doing as much the crime scene environmental crime because we have it regulated, but we have some bigger issues now than that one. But I hope that we will start proceeding that ones as well. So, at the primary crime scene, you had a question, sorry.
We try to go to criminal. The guy he worked with crime since he don't have experience about the CPR. In your opinion, the CPR department he should to do. This is point of the crime since he will do. Because you have issue about this things are when he try to go to the criminal, he try to don't I don't know how to explain. where we can't together.
Forensics don't have experience in CBRN, and CBRN teams don't have experience in forensics.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why we had your colleagues, I think, from the second year. They were coming to Belgrade they were in Belgrade this September, and we told them how all the teams must work together. And that's why we have exercises where we practice what is the part of the CBRN team and what is the part of forensics team. The CBRN team goes first if there's some CBRNE accident. And when they go to the crime scene, they just need to see if it is safe for the forensics team to go inside. They can collect samples, but they don't collect all the samples. They just collect minimal samples, just take one to see what they are dealing with. 1-2 samples. So that's it. Why? Because they don't know if the environment is safe and they don't want to put themselves in danger for a long time. When they go outside and they tell, we do some field analysis, some quick analysis there, and then we find out, well, that is some kind of bacteria that is airborne, then we will have some kind of equipment. But if it's a bacteria that is getting in by digestion system, then they will not need those spacesuits, yeah, with the tanks. They can have some B or C level equipment going inside. Why do we need to see that in front? Because if they go for a long time with that heavy equipment that they don't need, it would be hard for them to collect all the evidence. And if they are going with a lighter equipment, it would be easier for them to move and collect everything. That's why we have some exercises together. And if you come next year to Belgrade, we will show it to you. Mhm.
The big problem.
Yes.
Don't use this, use this, not use this, use this. And you care about that CBR. Every department works with.
Yeah, that's why we learn to work together, to learn the procedures and everything. Why? Because if you use something like natrium hypochlorite, sodium hypochlorite, bleach, yeah, let's say it like that, to decontaminate the crime scene, then you will destroy all the DNA evidences. You can use something else that will not destroy DNA evidences, but will decontaminate. So that's why, or you will say to them, okay, before I decontaminate, you can go take a few samples, but yeah, but you need to be dressed properly.
He's scared about this issue. He told us to, you and bring the evidence.
You say I can't interrupt the crime scene because I'm not a forensics, and then you go back and forward, and yeah, that's complicated. Of course. Mhm. Mhm.
Take a samples,
Yeah.
just need a few to see it. It is
Yes.
Only after this, it is necessary to have remote seeing. Am I correct?
Yes. Just take a couple of samples to see what are you dealing with, and then once,
Test.
yeah, just to test them. Yeah, but when I say take a couple of samples, I mean take them here, go outside, and give it to your colleague to test it. Yeah, but if you are taking all the kits that you need to the crime scene, then sometimes you will take too many kits because you don't know what you're dealing with.
Not so much.
Something no. We decided in Serbia to treat each clandestine laboratory as a CBRN crime scene. Because we have many clandestine laboratories for production of illegal drugs, illicit drugs. I don't know what do you do, but each one which we consider it to be CBRNE, and the first persons going inside are going in A-level equipment to test it. And also at those crime scenes, when you have clandestine laboratories or when you have the laboratories that are producing something like TATP, explosives, yeah, you usually have some traps that can be chemical traps and explosive traps, and that's the problem because we have many weapons that left from wars from 30 years ago, and you can have some hand grenades, things like that, just on the oh, that was the word, on the door handle, and when you open the door, they will activate. And these are the problems. These are the procedures that you need to use, and that's why you usually when you find a place like that, you're trying to monitor it for a couple of days to see if there are some specific ways that the criminals are getting in and out of that place. Because you will see if they're avoiding some areas or taking a long way or not going directly to the door, maybe going to some back door of if they're when they are opening, holding something behind the door. That's what you need to find. So this is all that you are taking with yourself if you need it. And then this is all that you have at the laboratories. I won't read it for you because you already know it and you had the time to read it on the slide while we talked. So Sarah will talk to you about the ways of the crime processing, about procedures. Is it sphere or is it squares and things like that? I won't take that part from her. And we have primary processing of the crime scene, secondary processing, and event reconstruction. Primary processing is when you're on the field at the crime scene. Secondary is at the laboratory, and the reconstruction, you can reconstruct the whole situation or just a part of some situation. So you will test your hypothesis. When we are talking about field processing, you need to do it detailed, to take your time to do it correctly. Why? Because you need to document and see all the evidences and not to lose any of them. Oh, sorry. First, they usually call the first part hands in the pockets. Well, when you're on a crime scene, you can hold your hands in the pockets, you know that. But what do they mean? They mean that you walk through the crime scene carefully, seeing it from some point, getting to know where all the evidence, all the important evidence could be, and where to start and what to do. After that, you'll take photos of crime scene that is not marked yet with the evidence tags. Then you will take photos of the evidences with and without the tag. You will collect them. And after the collection, you will take another photo of that evidence. If you moved anything or taken anything with you to see what's left there. It's important to have all this documentation. That's why it's easier to do it as a video than as a photos. When you are marking the evidence like I told you at the beginning, you must know that you mark all the evidence with the same number on the photo, on your documentation, and later when you proceed it in the laboratory. Why? That's how it's going to be acceptable in court, and then you can sketch the scene. If we wanted to sketch this classroom, if something happened here, and we would do the sketch, will we sketch everything, or we can miss something from the sketch? This projector, would you sketch it? It depends on the crime. If someone stole something, this projector is not important for us. But if someone killed someone violently and the blood shattered, and it is some blood drops are on the projector, then you will sketch it. That's how you need to think. You can do some presumptive testings. Presumptive tests are the tests that you are taking on the crime scene, and then you can know when you find some red liquid on the crime scene, you can't say it's blood. You can just say you found a liquid that looks like blood, and you did presumptive test, and it seems like it is blood. But you need to confirm it at the laboratory, because that's not confirmed. About the evidence package, we will talk more in the afternoon. Each evidence has a special procedure how to pack it. Bioevidence are packed in the one specific way. You need to avoid plastic bags and things like that. But when you're packing something like a bullet casing, you will pack it in specific way. If you want to pack a glass bottle, you will pack it in specific way, and we'll talk more later about that. After everything, after taking the evidence, you will take secondary examination. Secondary examination is to find some concealed evidences. Here, I have the one cabinet that is locked. I will probably unlock it or break it or open it in some way to see if there's any evidence inside of it. But that just after I process the whole crime scene. Then I can open, I don't know, the closets, the cabinets, things like that. And then after you go later, you will write official reporting. You see, we call systematic observation, trace discrimination, and contamination prevention. Why do we need to take contamination preventions?
To avoid to introduce or remove involuntary some element, some traits.
Yeah, to the crime scene. And do you think that you wearing those suits and the glasses and the gloves and everything, 2 pairs, do you think that you do that just to protect crime scene from you, or are you protecting yourself from the crime scene as well?
Oh.
Both. For me, it's more important to protect yourself from the crime scene. Not just for me, for the units that you're coming from, because they invested so much in you, they don't want to lose you. They will need more time to get someone as efficient as at your level of expertise. Here, when we talk about photography, are there any specific ways to take photographs at the crime scene? How will I take picture of these 2 bottles?
Probably you need 2 different levels to zoom. In the sense, I have to verify the position of the object, respect the environment, and the detail of the object. So I need.
And I would need a number, measuring tape, and
Yeah.
I would take it at the angle of 90 degrees. If you change angles, then you change perspective. So you need to know your angles right. And what would happen if I would have some reflective surface? Can it be a problem? Yeah. So I need to take it without flash, yeah. We need to think about all that in front. If you are at the crime scene and you want to take a photo of the whole room, you can use that fisheye, but you will need to write in the report that you used it.
Yeah.
Because it alters. And I could do it like this. Take a photo, take a photo, take a photo, and then collect them in one photo to have everything at the end. Why? Because that won't change the perspective. But I would need to find a line for myself and do it like that. This is important because afterwards, when they move something, it's not the same, and you can't take the same photos for two times. Our students, when they were at the practice at the police station, they had a situation where, well, when they took photos at the crime scene, some photos were okay, some were not. And they told them, call the lady and go again to her apartment to take photos again. And they called her and told her, oh, we are coming to take some photos. When they came back, everything was scrubbed clean. Everything was put on the place. And they asked the lady, why did you do it? We were here to take the photos of the crime scene. And the lady said, but you just told me that you're taking photos, so I wanted everything to look pretty. You need to do it right that time. If it's not right, take more photos than you actually need. Just don't leave without them. And those photos, we have some large application at the reconstruction. How do we mark our evidences? With numbers, probably. And if we have some, I told you, second crime scene, we have a second examination, we have a cabinet. The whole cabinet can be one number. And when I open it, each thing that is interesting for me in that cabinet will then be given a letter by that number. And that's how I will take those. If I need to find some micro evidences, how will I mark them? I will take arrows to them to show to them with a number and then show to them. It's easier way to see it. If we had, I don't know, puddle of blood here, and then maybe few drops outside of it, the puddle will be one number, and the drops will be A, B, C, D of that number, and we will just take arrows from the puddle to those drops. Sorry, to show them.
Sorry, but in the picture, so let me
Mhm.
explain. I physically need the arrow and I make a picture of the arrow. Put, okay, it's not a post elaboration.
No, it's not Sarah. Sarah will show it to you. Sarah will show it later because you will have an exercise with her. So I think it will be interesting for you to see. we need to look for chemical and mechanical traps on the crime scenes, like I told you before. Why? Because in CPRNE cases that you were talking about, we're usually dealing with some kind of terrorists, yeah? If they want to stay safe, they will have some cameras outside, probably, their own video surveillance. They will also have some kinds of traps, and you will need to check for everything of that. Because they're terrorists, they want to kill. It's not problem for them to kill you when you're entering and to destroy all the evidences inside. So you won't get it. There was a situation, doesn't matter, I think, some neighboring country to Serbia last year, they had a situation that the team went in without checking those parameters. One guy passed away, one was badly injured, and 6 of them were lightly injured. After that, they got equipment. At that crime scene, the problem was with some gases inside, and when they opened the door, the oxygen went in because there was temperature and there were some vapors from the production in a legal laboratory. And when they opened the door, they introduced oxygen and they got a flammable situation. And when everything is cold, that's what happened. We had some situation similar in Serbia when the guy who was producing cannabis oil in a pot at the stool, he was outside smoking and he was on the phone, and it took longer, probably. The ethanol evaporated. The stool was really hot. And when he opened the door, he provided the oxygen. The blast was so large that it took a refrigerator out of the door, out of the house. Yeah. And it was just 2 liters of ethanol. No, sorry, it wasn't ethanol, it was benzyl alcohol. Yeah. The other one with ethanol did smarter thing. He took dehumidification devices with him, the perpetrator, and put it in the same room where he did it. So all the vapors would got in and he was safe. So he was thinking about that. Why do you need to sketch crime scene? And how do you do it? Like we said, if it was this classroom, we will need to measure its dimensions. And then if we wanted these 2 bottles, we would need to measure the position of this table and then position of these bottles on the table. There are 2 methods of sketching, orthogonal method. This one is used in enclosed spaces. Why? Because you have great orthogonal system here. We will take this part as a point O and then measure everything from it. But if we are outside, we will have triangulation method, sketching method. We need 2 fixed points. And the third one is our evidence that is changing. Like, because in the triangle, you can position everything like that. And what can be fixed points? No, if we are outside.
Something that I cannot move.
Easily.
They are there.
Trees.
Lighting poles, things like that. But can it be a dumpster? No, because it's on wheels, you can move it. Can it be a bench? Can be, yeah. Something that you.
Floor.
Yeah, the angle of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you need to know what they are and to position them. Here are some examples of the crime scene sketches. This one you can see is done by hand, and this one is done in some program, because nobody told us that forensics must have some artistic skills. Oh. We already talked about evidence packaging protocols. There's a specialized procedure for each kind of evidences, and you must use appropriate containers for them. You must identify them or mark them properly. When you package something, we told us that this one was 47, right? If I pack it in a bag, I need to mark on that bag 47. And what we need to do is to follow chain of custody. Never miss anything in the chain of custody. You know, I don't know if you remember who O.J. Simpson was, and you remember his case. And do you remember why he was evicted? Yeah, but there was one more problem with those gloves. They were, when the guy collected that glove, he put it in his car and then went with that evidence from his house to the crime scene. So, and then packed evidence from the crime scene in the same space, and then left it in the car. So that were the problems. And they didn't follow every procedure where that there was to follow. When we talked about secondary crime scene investigation, I already told you, you need to open all the cabinets to see under the cushions if there are some evidences and things like that, and to find those hidden evidences. Complete documentation, videos. I'm telling you, they are asking for videos more this time, video records. And then we go to the lab. A lab doesn't know where you collected those evidences. A lab doesn't know if you collected them in the right way. Lab just deals with what you give them. And what also you need to know the procedures. If I get this bottle, what will I analyze from it first? Will I analyze what's in it? Will I analyze fingerprints? Or will I analyze DNA? First one, I will take the swab for the DNA. Then I will analyze fingerprints, and then I will analyze the content of the bottle. Why? If you want to analyze a gun, you can analyze it, but first you need to take DNA evidence from the handle, from the trigger, and maybe if it was close shooting, from the, kako kažemo, cev pištolja. Gun, barrel, yeah, barrel, probably. The front of gun, because you can see if they're fighting over that gun or if it was close to body. I'm not the gun expert, sorry. I'm biologist and yeah. Yeah. And those evidences you need so you can reconstruct the crime later. It's not the same if you find fingerprints on the bottle this way or this way. right? If someone left his fingerprints like this, he was drinking from the bottle. But if someone left them like this, he was hitting someone with that same bottle. That's why you need to know everything. That's why everything is important for us. They will tell you, secondary crime scene processing will tell you the identification of that evidence. They will tell you this is it, or this is not it, or we can say this is it with that percentage of accuracy, or we can confirm it, we cannot confirm it, or we can say it's not it. But if we are here right now and we will go for a lunch, and after a lunch we will come back and we will see there was some crime here. When the forensics team arrive, they take the evidences, everything. They will find our DNA, probably. They will find our fingerprints. But then they can't say that we did it because they found those evidence. You need to have a connotation of the crime. You can just tell, not this is a perpetrator, but you can tell these evidence belong to that person. These biomaterials belong, these fingerprints belong. And that's it. It's not your job as a forensic expert to say this guy did it. You need to know the line, where to draw a line. When we are reconstructing some crime, we usually reconstruct just a part of that crime. Why? Because we want to check some hypotheses. At Serbian weddings, they usually shoot in the air from guns. Well, not as much in these years, but earlier it was something that was done on each wedding. And everything that goes up, physics tells us that it must come down. So when we find some window broken and we find the bullet, what do we know? What happened? Why do we test? Because we can see if the bullet went through the window straight or with the angle. And what's the angle? And when the bullet goes to glass, through glass, you know it breaks it in a specific way. It makes a funnel-like channel. It's narrower on the outside where the bullet came in from, and then where it went out, it's the bigger hole. And then with all that, and in reconstruction, we can calculate the angles. When we calculate the angle of getting in, we can calculate the angle where the bullet came from in those specific conditions. Why we need to check all the conditions? Maybe that day was windy. Maybe if it wasn't that windy, that bullet will go 3 windows left, 3 windows right. So we need to check everything. And when we have our hypothesis, we need to test it. Will it be safe for us to test it by shooting the same bullet and hoping for the same conditions? No, it won't be. That's why we have computer-assisted reconstruction, 3D forensics. You have more and more programs like this, and you use them when you deal with some explosions, when you deal with some shootings, when you deal also with some situations that are complicated, traffic accidents and things like that. It's complicated to reconstruct them, and they are allowing you to get all the parameters. They are connected with meteor systems. They are connected. You can change the lights. You can change everything. If it's day, if it's night, and everything you can change in the program. And you do a computer rendering of the crime scene. You get specific models, and you can show the position of the victim and everything. You see this on the TV shows usually, yeah? But they use it. You digitalize the crime scene, and when you digitalize it, you can use those video materials that you made at the crime scene to digitalize it easily. You can control your animations. You can model your figures, and then you can do a simulation of the whole process. Here, when you're firing the gun, the cartridge is going which way? Back and to the right, right? Right and back, right and back. And if you have suicide and you find cartridge on the left in front, would you say that it's a suicide? It should be if someone shoots himself. Where should it go? This is the positional gun. Go.
You cannot assume that he can like this or this.
Yeah.
Auto.
But we can check it with this program.
Okay.
And the other thing, maybe there's a wall behind it. So the cartridge hit the wall and then got to the other side. That's why these programs are great. You can test all the hypotheses and to see which one is the most probable. So it's easier to do it with this. Also, gunshot residue distribution.
I think is that you can reconstruct exactly the final situation.
Mm-hmm.
You have to rebuild, rewind the mode, because you can see the crime scene is what is the final situation.
Yes.
If you want to test some.
That's why we do it with these programs. We enter all the parameters, we enter the scene, we enter the position of the body, we enter the position of the gun, of the everything, and then we can see what's the most probable. We can alter some things to see what if something different would happen. Maybe if we think that the person was standing and then fall down when he shot himself, or maybe that someone was there near him, killed him, or maybe he was already on the ground and someone shot him. You can test all of that. We also have some advanced 3D reconstruction examples. See, you can see trajectory of the bullet and the trajectory of the casing cartridge. And where you can find it. It's also important outside. And that's it for our first presentation. Can we get a 15-minute break? And then we'll do some exercises, some practical exercises. Thank you. Sara, u kojoj ćete prezentaciji? Koju prezentaciju hoćete? Hoćete koju prezentaciju od ove dve? Introduction.
Teorijski pa poslije da će praktično i raditi sve.
Hoćemo da mi znaš što? Manje pričam, boli me grlo. Zapušeno.
Za oblačenje, to na početku.
Nije ovako.
Možemo vidjeti.
Hoćemo da im pokažemo samo po jedno delo ili ćete više od invenstvu, pa nisam sam jedno, a ako si pogledala
Krasan je uginalo i da
onda izvodite po jedno.
onda rade kao uviđe sutra.
Ja sam ti za dva plana inventarnica.
Ja.
Ovi se ne su vozili kako hoćete.
Možete mi. Ono se malo novo transparentno.
Ja ću da vam vadim, a vi reći.
Može. Ok. Hvala. Prvo momentu nisam našla danas. Hoću reći, a može da stavim. Ja sam nešto jedno jedino na anglijskom. Ostalo su nam srpski.
To mi je neka dokumentacija.
Kako se kaže vizir?
Šio.
To sam vizir, što je malo toga.
Dobro, ovo je
Treba da samo malo bi makaze i A4 papira. I dobro da sam.
Ja bih mi stavila odvojničak. Ovo stavite tamo gde su brojevi. A ovo mi sada stavila opet da beleže, a ovo posao i izveštaj kako je izgledalo izveštaj. Možda kada još loče. Ovoga.
A imam ja finsku. Kumac.
Ne vidim. Hoćete vi nešto? Znači, potpuno sam tako. A znate čega je avion?
Pa da. Promjena pritiska i svega je important. Meni je malo zagušeno ponovo. Mislim, tiče sluha. A juče sam bilo super.
Šta vikam mi slike? Gospodin ću urediti.
Ovo sad prilika.
Može, državni šolje, da nešto poruči. Prvo. Jel vidiš koliko izgleda duže riječi kad smo si brali ovo?
Toliko naših će dalje praktikovati do nekih.
Jel vidite? Svoja razlika. Znači, 10 kila vam skine to spuštanje pantalona.
Ja bi ste rekli nekako ovako na 140.
Ne vidim. Kad si ima najveće? Kad si se rodio?
Najgore, ja sam došla sa 86 na akademiju. Izgledala sam debilno sad.
Sad imate više moći ići.
Yes. Nisam potrčala 3 godine.
Isto stvar. Tu. Medicine friends.
Ja sam pogledala u radili.
I noć.
Ovo brisano više. Ovi su za biološki, ili tako? A ovi su drugi za ovako sa oružje to. Da ima razlike.
Mogu i oni da se koriste, ali sad se primjenjuju više ovi, zato što ovaj se isceđi kad prolazi kroz ovo i pre se osuši. Jasno. I postoje oni kopanovi koji su baš specijalni za DNK sa silikonskim česticama.
Samo da ima snajmi kao ništa drugo. Tko zna. Zbog glas.
Ja polazim, mi to polazim, znači ubijamo. Ovo što ne znam za ovo. Da, ovo nije koreće.
Pa isto. Barel je cijel.
Šta ću reći?
Barel je cijel. Mogu se ne pisati. Ricordo, speriamo una volta continuare. No, vai. Ogni sai, trasci, vede, no, o no, così, no. Traje, usati le poste. Super. Vediamo, devo lasciarmi che sei stasera. Finalmente, sono ben non ci posso fate prima, come cominciamo a una relazione. Non posso dire. Sta sempre facendo in stretto. Non è servizio. Non sento. Non si già lascia. C'è una fretta. Qui c'è sta mirando a dove non c'è. Ok, perché non si mette. Non so come si sono le sue voci.
Central yes, in the European. Okay. And someone saying in French as well. Yeah. You went to Netherlands as well? Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, I like it much.
What do we? Okay, we have used they have even for each. Half of that I will be strong. Okay, so it was very good. I have done this. Okay. About it was very interesting, especially when we were the exams. Ho letto meglio esplode. I don't know come I will be for in person to understand what is the result of my taking Obblia prima faccio we have to clean his so simple. Complicate you have to train a lot. You are training with the real simulation
It's very, okay. Yeah, I agree that, with, this problem with, also now, that's,
While it late information for me when it's the time when we had the when you had the so I couldn't chase any more projects.
yeah, it was.
I started your this.
Yeah, I just,
Però dico, no, perché mi stanno nell'Italia c'è sempre il problema, non è affrontare
This morning, Problema fatto che dici poi facciamo l'estate.
no,
cioè non sono, cioè uno diciamo detto subito è stato deve essere io parlato sempre 18 sono arrivati i limiti di parte del servizio di conferenza nessun pilota sa diciamo che fa come poi mi metto così ma subito se c'è sono salvando la storica ma c'è un po' che è portato il buon la soluzione
gestione to switch it on from middle of
una volta che importanza poco in the end of the experience, we just
sì, perché quello poi fondamentalmente la problematica delle forniture, una certa altezza, vengono portate 5 milioni di euro che faccio a pagare incentivo che
no, ma in generale.
Parlando con me, avevo una giusta adesso.
Adesso bomba, ma il resto, la mostra del successo non è sperare che danno il bisogno qualcuno. Sei stato appena portato quindi spara. Quelli che ripetiamo sempre. Sì, ma diciamo che una volta che questi sono esclusivo per loro va bene così. Il bello di grazie.
Ima ih još nekoliko. Pet minuta. One more guy to wait. Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Sara Petkovic. My professor introduced me. I work as a teaching assistant at University of Criminal Investigation and Police Studies, and I finished that studies to be forensic engineer. But I stayed at the university. We have 3 departments, and all department has some same subjects because we need to know everyone's work. Why? Because maybe this is crime scene, this table here, and I saw something on laptop, and laptop is on. It's informatics work, and I'm not informatician, I'm forensics, and I can't just switch off it. I need to know what can I do with that laptop, not to disturb evidence, their evidence and mine evidence. So I will talk about crime scene, about our jobs, and also I will have one volunteer of you to put everything on from them. So on the next slide, what do forensic scientists do? Forensic scientists isn't just scientists as everyone. They need to know police studies and also to know some things of biology, some things of ballistics. And why is that? Because everything you see in the classroom here or on the crime scene can be evidence. So they need to know how to collect, how to analyze, and also how to interpret evidence. They help solving crimes, and they need to examine everything that is at crime scene. If I see many things at crime scene, I need to know which thing I will collect. We had practical exercises at police enforcement in Serbia, and we needed to help our police officers what to do. And my professor said that some woman cleaned everything, and also we had our student that didn't listen at classes, and for some point which is fixed, choose car on the crime scene at the outside. So he get fixed point car moved the other day, and they wanted to reconstruct everything. They couldn't because car isn't fixed thing. So several types of scenes means several types of crime investigation. You can have crime scene outside, crime scene inside. Also, you can have some murder, which has cartridges, guns, and everything. But you also can have some theft, which doesn't mean you need to have arms, guns, and something like that. So work, crime scene work. When we get to the crime scene, first officer needs to get his arms in pockets. Why that? Because it's normally when you're not police officer to go somewhere and pick up something, get something, maybe move something. To prevent that, you just get your arms in pockets and you don't touch anything before forensics. When forensics comes to crime scene, first thing which they ask is for cameras. And that's the main thing. If they have cameras, they can see what someone touched, what someone did. We had some case when I was at police station that someone burglared exchange office, and you have cameras there. We watched first that, and we saw that they had stepped on some they stepped there, and we saw that they maybe have a mark there. So we have a special kit that we use when we go somewhere. And there are different kits, several kits that we move with us, bring with us to crime scenes, and we decide what we will take for that crime scene specific. For that case in exchange office, we had dust and lifter, and we thought maybe we could dust to put on folios and see their marks from shoe. And we did that and also compared after with it. And we found who is guilty with their footprints. Also, besides crime scene work, we have laboratory analysis. Most forensic scientists work in a specific forensic laboratory, and we have traceology, also biological laboratory, also ballistics, and etc. etc. Too many fields, too many places, too many laboratories. They examine evidence using scientific methods there. Also, we have interpretation of results. They need to write some reports to they need to write that reports when if you are not a forensic scientist, when you read it, you need to understand that. Also, reading, reporting, writing, you need to sketch crime scene. Professor talked about sketching, and you will draw everything tomorrow. We will have a little crime scene here. We will put everything that you learned today, and you will try to compete with other group who will be better forensics tomorrow. Also, sorry. You have Kurt testimony. It's forensic scientists when oftenly testify as expert witnesses. We have crime scene work. We need to secure and document everything at the scene. When we talk about photography, yes, you have to photograph by professional equipment, but also when I was at the police station, we also used our phones for security cameras, and you get that cameras by your phone and see what they have at their place, and also you can take photos if it is not serious problem and serious crime scene. You can take photos with your phone. Date is really important, date and time. Also, when you make sketches and measurements, there are some rules. Packaging and labeling evidence using proper chain of custody rules. I get some paper with me. It's paper bag for evidence, and you have agency item number. Item number is what you put as label, maybe like this on the evidence. Also, you have maybe victim, suspect, it depends. And you have description and location. Description is if it's blood and you put it in some tubes, you need to put a number of evidence on the tube, at the bed, and also say it looks like blood, but it doesn't need to mean it is blood. So you describe it like red liquid that looks like blood. Also, you need to say who sealed that. We have special tapes for sealing every paper bags, every evidence, and after that, here's date. Chain of custody, which we were talking about, is here. Who collects something, who sealed something, where does that go, and when to go. So if you get to storage and you need something to test more, you get this bag, which is sealed with paper, with tape, and you unzip it, untape it. You need to have the other tape with the other color to close it when you finish. And also you need to say, me, Sarah, get that evidence and date of that. Maybe, for example, November the 7th. So the other person, when gets this evidence, can see who was in that chain of custody. I will give this to you to see, and you can also take pictures and everything you want. It's in English, that's why I brought that. So we need to also know what, how can we preserve fragile evidence. It may be footprint, shoe print, fingerprints, also trace evidence. How we do use fingerprints. How do we collect fingerprints? We have several types of lifters. You will see tomorrow. We have a transparent one, a black one, also white one. What is the difference? How can I use black one when I use black one? If you have some surface that is black. And what do you think, which powder will you use when something is dark. Some surface is dark, you want to lift your fingerprints. What dust, what powder will you use? White powder. So if you have white powder, you need to have black surface that you will get on that your white powder to get on that black plate. Also, we have transparent one. Besides that, we have also wood lifters. You can also see if you want we have here, and we will open it of the floods to use as one exercise. Just yeah. Laboratory analysis, as I said, we have several types of laboratories and analyses. So we have DNA, we have fingerprint examination, also toxicology, firearms, ballistics, trace evidence. And we have specialties in every kind of that laboratories. What is interpretation of results? We can also reconstruct some events. We can say which weapon was used, probably. How can I say that some gun was used in some case? I can get cartridges and see where is some points of needle in gun, and I can compare if that gun gets the same trace on that cartridge, and also on cartridge that I sorry, shoot, sorry, for that cartridge that I shoot in laboratory. We have evidences from crime scenes, and also we have some evidences that we can compare to that one which was from crime scene. Also, we can evaluate possible scenarios. We can do that with some programs. Also, we can think about that and see what we can have. When you assess whether evidence supports or contradicts some statements, when you reconstruct something, you can say maybe it can happen, maybe it hasn't happened, but you can't say it's strictly 1000% that was done. It's never in forensics. About report writing, you have every analysis results in formal forensic reports, and that need to include which method you used. That also needs to include findings, what you conclude there, what you found on that crime scene, also photographs, level or of certainty, probability. That's what I said. You can't be certain for something. You need to say it's probably 90% or it's probably not used for that. Also, reports must be precise, objective, and admissible in court.
You say admissible in court. There anything apart from precision, objectivity,
Yes.
which could make it not admissible?
Yes, you need to be objective. You can't say, I think, you can't say, it has to be, you need to have evidence that supports your story. And also you need to have chain of evidence that shows us that no one untaped it and everything. if you understand. We have several procedures for every type of crime scene. For illegal laboratories, you have that one procedure that you need to go with, and you can't go out of that procedure. That won't be good at court. It will be a little mess.
Just a question. In this report, are present only the results of the analysis or also your best guess about the crime scene? For example, I suspect that the guns used was this with this probability. Is something like that? You have also your conclusion on this report?
Yes, you have several parts of that report, and the last part is your conclusion. First part is when you say I use the transparent folia for pull up fingerprint with that and that kind of powder. And for the last thing, you say I think that is probably fingerprint from I don't know, from her.
Okay.
Sorry, but you need to conclude something, but that conclusion doesn't need to be precise 100%. You also had.
The list of your object that you identify in the scene of crime. You have to describe these reports.
Yes, everyone. Each one, yeah.
If you use it to understand what happened or if not. You list all the material that you pick up. For example.
All material that we pick up, we need to say this one is from here and here, from that point of the room, from that point of the outside. That is why we have fixed things, which we compare that location of item. And also we need to describe it with photo. First, on the documentation, when you have photo documentation, you have photo of that item. After that, that is trace. After that, you have description under that photo. And after that, you say what you do, what you have done at the crime scene and which method were there. And as Professor spoke earlier, you need to photograph everything. You need to document everything in photograph because when you get in the building, you need to show how it gets that place precise.
And all the finding, you have to store the object for a counter analysis, for example.
Yes.
For example, if you say for me, this method is the better
Yes.
to perform this analysis, and I on the other side say no, for me it's the other one. Please give me the sample. You should provide the sample to other technicians.
Yes, of course. You need to provide that if you have that in storage and it can be used still. Because it, when it's past, I don't know, 20 years and you have biological trace, which is maybe some leaves, you will not find that leaf from that case. Okay. Any questions? Okay. We also have court testimony. Forensic scientists need to recall from the judge and needs to show there to say what they did, what they mean in that report, why did they did that, as colleague said you need to choose some technique for collect that evidence, and you need to explain that to people which aren't in that material, for people who aren't forensic scientists. Everyone needs to understand why you did that, and you need to present them your methods. So they explain how evidence was collected, how tests were performed, what the results mean, and also findings report or disprove claims. Their testimony must be clear, natural, easy for non-scientists to understand, and based on scientific methodology. About professional responsibilities, when you enter the university and the police station, you need to sign some papers that you are responsible about your findings, about everything you had collect as a knowledge at the crime scene and everything. So they maintain equipment and calibration, also keep up with scientific standards, follow chain of custody rules, which we were talking about earlier, maintain accreditation equipments, also participate in training and quality assurance, and collaborate with detectives, lawyers, and courts. Next is types of forensic scientists, which we were talking about. I will not say it again because there are many subfields, so you have many type of scientists. And these pictures, what will you see in next slides, is our equipment from our exams from our university. We also get some of folios and everything here, which we can bring in airplane here. So we have forensic kit. There are some several forensic kits, and this one is ours. Sorry, you can find some plastic bags, some small plastic evidence containers. As you can see, we also have some seal mark pastes, and you will have to decide what you need, something to collect, the proper evidence. So we can go, you will have that on presentation, and I will leave that presentation here, not to say too many things with you will see which is the most important. Also, you have here scissors and red lacquerose paper, also some other things which you use to collect maybe papers, maybe bottles. How do you collect bottle from crime scene? Here is crime scene. Here's my bottle. Normally, when you pick up as person, you will have like this. So as forensic scientist, you will never pick something up like normal. You need to see which is most not touched area, and you think about maybe like this to see where can be the trace. If you don't see that like this on from some lights and several things, you just don't pick up normally. You have to pick up on the other way. Also, you have several powders. Powders for light areas, light surfaces is dark one. For dark one is light powders. And I need to ask you if you know if you have some maybe like this, there, which powder will you use? You have too many colors on this. No? You can choose transparent folia, but which powder will you choose? So you have too many colors in something. You found on the crime scene some paper with maybe with some designs. And you can't put light powder and you can't put dark powder because you won't see anything with that. Which powder will you use?
Ultraviolet.
Okay, but there is also some fluorescent powders. We have fluorescent green, also yellow, also orange, and you see which of that colors you have with you, which is which is not the most on that thing you have from many colors, and you choose that powder to get contrast for the powder. Okay. Also, as a fingerprint folia, you have also footprint folia, and we have a special kit, which is not this one, which has just dust lift printer. It's one small uređaj, sorry, uređaj, device, one small device, which we go with to crime scenes. And how does that work? You put a special folia, which is going with that device. You put struja, electricity on that, and with that electricity, you get dust to folia. You get folia which has dark side, and when you put that dark side on surface, maybe here I put folia here, and put electricity on that folia with that device. When you pull up folia, you see dust prints from shoes. When I was at practice, we saw where burglar stand. We put folia, even we haven't seen anything with our eyes. We just put folia there, put electricity. When we pulled up folia, we saw everything on that. Also, the device is for crime scenes, and we have the other device which we have in our laboratories. It's most likely that thing, but you can't bring it with you because it's too big, and you can put some papers on that folia which it has, and pull up also folia with dust to see prints, but in labs, not in fields. We talked also about powders. We have different brushes for powders. We have magnetic powder, and also we have non-magnetic powders. So we choose brushes, depends on powder. If you have magnetical one, you use that for surfaces that aren't that are non-magnetic, and non-magnetic use to maybe aluminium surfaces. And you choose also if you have dark one or light one. Also, we have here everything in this kit. Here's the magnetic powder, and you can see, sorry, non-magnetic powder, you can see normal brush. We will use that here. And the other brush, which is magnetic, you don't have these vlakna, these fibers. You don't have these fibers on that brush, you just have metal brush and nothing more on that. Also, we have some tests with us, which can say us is something, can something maybe a drug. So we have multiple drug detection and identification, and it's one screening test, narcotic screening test. Also, this compact module is complete portable system for dusting, and it's third one brush. It's not normal one. When I say normal, like this one, when we will use today or tomorrow, it's normal brush. Or also, it's not magnetic brush. It's third kind of that. Also, we have some instant filters, some silicone sprays, and the summary of this presentation could be that all forensic scientists and forensic science includes several things to know, several fields of laws, biology, ballistics, everything you can imagine. And in some team, forensic team, we need to have everyone. We need to have biologists, we need to have ballistics, we need to have any kind of specialty. So we can only like that know what happened, and we need to consult every expert in some field to see what happened and to say it on court. So do you have some questions maybe? No? Okay, 5 minutes break, and then we can go practically to
Não fui porque eu gostou, eu gosto da versão da história. Ali também, porque se ele viria mal, isso não vai ser fácil. Autor, não vai. Isso é que eu acho que não vai ser. Então, dá outra informação. Bom. A página não está. Зависит от каждого зрителя ситуация. Да. Cheers. Prvi skroz prvi. Da, nasljedno. Dobro. Ili može predstaviti mjesec, pa onda pojedinačno neka pitaju šta ih zanima, šta je što mjesec.
Dobro. Ne znam sve da objasnim u engleskom, bolje da
Znači će.
Ne ide na taj način. Prvo probaju sa tom opremom da prođu, pa onda da... Ovo za slikanje.
Ovdje niste ništa bili.
Nisam, ne. A u nekom momentu se vjerojatno... Ne znam da li je bilo, pa sam bila na pametu.
Ne znam.
Još nas tu.
Boli ili ne, sam nije uvjerena se sad.
Aha.
Više ovo pa je, više sam trebala.
Ne. Okej, so...
Ja sam. Tek ti da vam pošaljam, sad ću vam pošaljam.
Pošaljem ovako. Ovdje me nešto zeza signal. Ne znam vas.
Jeste, katastrofa slike.
Vjerojatno zbog metala. Neka živka.
Ne, ali da.
Mhm. I speak English, sorry. Sorry for my bad English.
No.
Okay. Some things that I should know in any time when I stay here, stand, I forget. It's the first time teaching in English, so it's not yet so good.
Way better than times.
Good. Do you have some campus here? Where do you stay when you're at studies? When you're sorry, when you're
I couldn't hear.
when you are at studies, where do you stay? Do you have some maybe dormitory, some campus here or
Here, I
Yeah.
didn't study here. I studied in Sapienza, the first university of Rome.
okay?
I don't think there's a proper dormitory.
Uh-huh.
There's a dormitory, but is permanent.
Mhm.
So you ask for a place for all of the year,
Okay.
and based on how much you earn, you could be a signatory or not
Uh-huh.
of a place.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have to search for
Apartments.
room. Yeah, apartments for rent.
Yeah, okay.
More often room rather than the whole apartment.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you have to stay for a short period, bed and breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
We have
It's better.
the best option when we came just for a couple of days. This was the best option.
Okay.
Also because in Rome rentals are not so cheap.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. It's better to stay at the hotel than
This area, close to Tor Vergata University, is not is one of the less expensive.
Mhm.
That's less expensive.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you go closer to the center of Rome or in the eastern part, you go closer to Sapienza University and it's much more expensive.
Thank you.
Looking for an accommodation.
No, just to ask because it's so big university and if they have their
And
own.
it's not the only one.
Yeah,
There
I
are
know.
actually 3 big universities in Rome: Sapienza, Tor Vergata, and Roma 3.
Mhm.
Plus a couple of other university. Università Pontificia for Theological Studies, then Unimarconi, Link University, the online university that have their headquarter in Rome. So I would not be able to
Release them all.
make a count of all of the university we have here. So basically, you have no place which is not expensive compared to other places around Rome.
Okay.
Because for a reason or another, you are close to something.
Okay.
To study, to work, to have fun. So
It's always like that.
Hmm?
It's always like that. Something is near.
yeah, but in Italy we have a lot of universities. If you go in a smaller city, for example, in Lazio, in this region, we have University of Cassino, which is more in the south, and there is much less expensive. And like the University of Cassino, you have a couple of other universities where you can have an accommodation for a lower price.
Yeah.
Much lower price than Rome.
Yeah.
So if you go Milan, probably would be worse.
In Serbia also, there are many universities in Belgrade, but in the last couple of years, students apply more to the universities of Niš, Novi Sad, and Kragujevac because the expenses of living are much cheaper.
Yeah.
And they don't need, they say, okay, Belgrade University is the best one, but I don't care because my parents won't have the money to pay everything for me.
Yeah. In the end, I think nowadays so many people are attending university that
We are missing plumbers and electricians.
yes,
We don't have
yes,
those.
and in the end you have the degree, but
And
it depends on which kind of experience you have behind the piece of paper. So basically, if you cannot spend so much, you go for another university, in the end you have the same title.
Yes.
So you have to struggle to gain experience, to exhibit. And
To differentiate yourself from the other people.
yes, yes.
Thank you, such on.
Thank you. Da ih oblačimo na dvoje, da dođe jedan da oblači sa maskom i rukavicom.
Jednako. Dosta.
Pa ne, nego ovaj drugog da oblači. Ili da idem sam.
Ne, jedan da mi pomogne da se hoće.
A to, onda stavi rukavicu, masku.
Ja što sam htjela kažem, mislim da rekla nam je Alba, znači idemo do grada, neće ona da nas može.
Da. Da.
Tako da ćemo ići do grada. Ali treba nam odavde do hotela prevozom 20 minuta. Onda možda pametnije da idemo kako se zove pravo do grada.
Da smo se zvezamo s tipom.
I niste ponavljali?
Pa nisam. Ne vezi.
Imala sam ranac.
Pa ne vezi. Mogu i ovo, mislim. Da, pa mi zeza. Zato što mi kliza. Stanki. Ja što kad sam ih probala sam nosila debela, one normalne čarape.
Kupću čarape. Prvo vremena. Kad kupite pantalonu, da su čarape ne vidi.
Znam.
Jedno, dva para. To je mladi.
Čega?
Ju, sad ćemo koliko? Jedna obična,
Sì, sì, ci sono riuscito.
dobro.
Zato što onda kad je treba, ima prenosi se na nogu. I ne može uljem.
O Bože,
Mislim,
ne, pojma nisam imao. Kuburim u posljednje vreme baš sa buljevim. Ono stvore mi se na jednom mjestu i neće da odu. Da, aj, dobro, ja sam doduše kriva. Zato što bušim. I onda stiska. I onda zezam mnogo i...
napraskaće. Imam nešto za isušivanje.
Dobro.
Coffee time? What do you want for lunch? We have in the cafeteria. Pasta and tomato, simple Italian. Sort of soup, I don't know what it is. Then we have some rosti made of potato and onions. Then pig roast beef, something like this. Lentils, potatoes, and vegetables. So if you decide,
With onions.
rosti with onions, no pasta.
We had pasta last night. I'm sure Italian.
So you will have pasta last night, lunch, dinner, lunch, dinner. Pasta?
Okay.
Pasta, pasta. Yeah, you can choose whatever you want.
Please.
Okay.
Yes. Because my
Soup.
thought is, yeah.
Two soup.
So,
Rosti
Yeah.
Rosti?
Rosti and pasta.
and soup. Three. Okay.
Rosti for Texana. We just.
lakše.
Do you want some, I don't know, probably it's chicory or something like this, the green. I don't know the English.
I know, chickpeas.
No. I'll found it in. Oh, no.
That's fine.
This one,
Yeah.
if you want.
No, thank you.
No,
I think it's enough.
it's
Let's do one part.
a recipe and one pasta.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's okay.
Thank you.
Sandwich, not water, still,
We have water.
yeah, we have also here the
Yeah.
the fountain, perfect.
Yeah, there's
And-
machines outside.
Yes, and for tonight, I suggest you, if you want to see the city, I will not be with you, but you will have to take a taxi. Promise me.
We'll take taxi back.
Okay, yeah, back for sure,
Back for sure.
back for sure.
But to go there, so there's a metro from here.
From here, you will have the bus straight to the metro station, and then you go straight to the city center.
Okay. Great.
I will find the way to get your tickets for the bus, because I don't know if they actually
You don't.
I don't know, but I will ask.
Okay.
Okay,
But maybe there are tickets at
but there is no bus station here, it's just a stop. It's not expensive.
or
I mean, I don't know.
in the car.
I think so, but I don't think so. I have to check because I didn't. No, I have no idea, because when I was younger, I had my motorcycle. So
That's okay.
no, it's Carabel. Carabel, and then Honda SH something.
Okay, do you have enough time to see everything? No.
Italy, and all the people in the world are calling me this morning. I don't know what. Even on the phone in my office.
I told that some call was on the.
No, I called. Yes, I just tried to listen your and then. God, okay, we're gonna do this. This morning, everyone has a problem. Madam, it's all mercy.
Oh, so you can just listen and I said, oh, no.
Yeah,
I'm really sorry
yeah,
about that.
and taking notes. Oh, yes. When I can call you back next week. Next week I will be in just. So that's
And who will be the check out?
yes. By the way, the guy who was in charge of the payment, he told me that all the processes are going, so he will be done soon.
Because you already asked today.
Did you ask? Yeah, you can say that. Yes, it will be done
I told till the end.
at the latest. Yes, at the end of the month.
To give them a delay. End of the month. If it's soon, they will be happy. Good. So tomorrow, morning,
Yes, me or Gabriele will pick you up.
okay.
Because I
We'll be here.
here, but we will be not in this room, in another room, but for the first 2 hours. Then we have to change room to another one because this period of the month is a mess. And then we'll stay there. Yes, I hope so.
Okay, do we need to bring our suitcases in the morning or?
Yes, bring your suitcase in the morning and then we will leave it here. Then we will finish at 6, or if you prefer earlier. Tomorrow.
Our plane is at 8 in the evening.
So you have to finish at 5:30. Andrea,
No, era modo prima. Fate trovare quello sul
ok. No, erano B5. Tutta la mattina? Ok. Lo so, me l'hai già scritto. Ciao. Anna and Sarah say you hi. Say hi back. Say. Okay, we have a lot of gifts. You have no idea. Ciao. Ciao.
Yes. We will finish at 4.
No.
No.
Finish. No.
Okay. You know why? Because we wanted to give them one lecture and then to do a crime scene here. And that will be before lunch. And after lunch, we will analyze what they did. So I can check on it if it's that okay.
Oh, that's perfect. Yes, I want to check with. We will change room tomorrow. First 2 hours. 11. Then to remove to before lunch is 2 hours. Then after lunch we will hear. Yes, sorry, you will finish at 4 and yeah. So we can do we need to set up yes in the new room.
So we will do it. It's no problem.
Otherwise we can switch and we can do crime scene here analysis. Yes, and then we
Just analyze it in the other place. You just talk about it in the other
That's
place
great.
and show them more things.
Yes. Tomorrow we say 2 hours, 2 hours and 2 hours.
It said that we need to be at the airport at 5:30.
Something like that.
So 5:30, yes. Did the driver text you all the things?
Yes, and driver didn't know a word of English.
Yes, nobody, no, not one of them.
And he was texting me, I'm at the exit, that and that, and I said, yeah, we are still waiting at passport area, and then he a message again, and then I took a video.
Oh my
God.
God.
And sent it to him.
And it was the easiest way to explain him where am I at the time. A video. Yeah.
Buongiorno.
So we can start next part if it's okay. You can come here, all of you, and see what we have here, and ask if you have.
I'll check with the television.
For something else, we try and you can ask questions.
Yes. Yeah, and then we should do it. Starting sometimes I know.
You'll be doing every item tomorrow, but we'll try to see.
You will be here for
Senza identificare, prenderla come esempio.
Thanks. When someone is raped, and you have a standard procedure in this kit, when you open that, you have male kit and female kit. And you say you do first thing, and you have all steps like this. First step, debris collection. Second step, genital swabbing. Third step, dried secretions. Everything, step by step. It's standard procedure, and you need to follow every step. You can see everything you want. If you want to help you. It's food.
ذاك الكت حق شو؟ الكت اول كت
that you get authorization for Serbian citizens. We have electronic, yes, scanning. But for foreigners, we have papers like this. And when some foreigner who is not from Serbia, especially, do some crime and get to a station, you get like this, something like this. You get his or her name, also date of birth, every information of him, and you also take a photo of him, and then get finger by finger. We have it on the plate. Yes, we compare from crime scene. If there is the same like his or hers. Yeah.
So we
Okay. Nice question. I forgot to say that. We have fingerprint. We have some software which get you information for 15 persons. And after that, you can compare by yourself. Person who works at laboratories need to compare by his own vision, see if the person 1%, 2%, 3%. Different countries, there are different points. In Serbia, we have 12 points. 12, yeah. You need to have 12 or more points to compare fingerprints. If you have exact 10 points or 11 points, you can't compare anything. You can just say in the report that you couldn't find matches.
Okay.
Because you don't have, yes, at least 12. 12 and more. You need to have. In USA, I think it's 7 points. In some countries are 11, 4, it depends.
Yeah, we are 17.
Yeah, you're better for that.
Yeah. And just just a curiosity, when you put the figure on this paper, the image lasts forever like that, or you have to, because I think that you put the finger with the powder and
You have special ink powder. You have special ink that you put for this paper.
okay.
But for Serbian citizens in Serbia, you have electrical system,
Yeah.
system,
Yeah.
and you put in
A scanner.
yes, in scanner, and you have on scanner everything like that.
Okay.
But for foreign citizens,
Okay.
you need to have on paper.
Okay.
You can't bring them in our system because it's only for Republic of Serbia.
Okay.
That's the difference for papers. Last 100 years, yes, you use the paper to ink and to get everything. It's not easy. It's better electronic. You compare it from crime scene. When you get that folio, you compare with this paper or with electronic yes, first you compare with software. After that, when software gets 15 people, 15 or 20 people, you will need to check every person of that by yourself. It is good to get you possible people that are suspects, but only persons, only people can decide what is matched, what is. Yeah. Yes. Here is the right hand. Here is left hand.
Why are so
Because you do like this. You do like this.
Okay.
You do like this, and everything like that. And also, what one forensic scientist which works in police can't have, that's nails like this. You need to have short nails when you do that. Also, your hair like this.
Oh,
If you have more questions, also what I haven't said.
Cocoa butter is for?
Cocoa powder isn't for police, but we couldn't bring that real powder in airplane because we have to write some reports, and also
Okay.
we weren't able to bring that, so we get cocoa powder, which you will use as a powder
Okay.
for fingerprints. A great question. It's most likely.
Is it hard to
Uh-huh.
identify the
Small things from traces. You have maybe trace number 16.
Yeah.
You have trace number 16. And you have several kinds of these marks. You have like a triangular mark. You have also marks like this, marks like this
For
one.
most things you put
And
picture.
okay, I'll show you. You have here gloves, and you have some fragment of this glove here. So you don't have whole gloves, you have fragment of glove here, and you suppose that that glove is from this one. Your trace will be trace number 16 for that glove, and you put arrow to point this one small little glove kind, and you get letter A for that. It's trace 16A.
Small droplets.
All small drops or anything you can't see on photo if you don't know that there is that thing.
Okay.
So small that you paint.
But you perform much than one picture
Yes.
at different human level.
Yes, but you need to show everything on third that you traced, that you mark. You need to mark. everything is,
okay.
which is important to study.
And like, for example, for this piece, if I need, for example, microscope parameters in the lab, when I trace, I think that the market
Storage for the possibilities, but you also need to take care.
Yeah,
Where,
I use it, yeah.
yes. What step? Units.
I really observe you.
And the new. I'm thinking about this project. For me, important because I support for a it's clear that this came from, I don't know.
Why, for example, with what it is, what you collect.
Using the picture.
Yes, you have. How was that? Everything, yeah, one, yeah. And you need to say, what is raising, is that what is required? And after the harassment store, then you observe what you want. Yes. Forensic engineer, I can say that looks like blood, but I will say it is blood. It's very good. It's exactly the same, it's very good. From what? I can say is that.
These are different because it's black. Instead.
Yes. That's why you can use it. But like the white transparent. Surface, which is dark white, so steps.
لا 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 واحد فيديو
different sizes.
Allah
yes, and the second one is and when you have this it's better to This one is especially for trying to close it. That you like this one. It's used. It's only this. When you have something maybe example from that and you put if there's bottle is basically trace on Yes, to collect fingerprints. This is not magnetic brush, and when you have powder, yes, but when you see fingerprints and myself, I put the fingerprint here. When you see when you set my light, see here. Yeah. Which one is really good for this? Okay.
But what color is the powder?
I believe this. We need some practice.
Okay.
This thing, but if there are darker colors of
Let's try it. You want to try it?
and everything, you choose orange powder to put and let's together on the
Yeah. Take the powder.
that's the fluorescent orange powder.
Why orange liquid?
If you don't have here orange, you put orange fluorescence to get contrast. If you don't have this one, you get, okay, yellow one, you get yellow powder. Okay?
Yeah, fingerprint.
Yeah. From mine.
And when you transfer on Folia, you remove from all the trees.
Please take a picture.
Yes. Before taking a picture.
It was, I,
Yeah.
Okay.
I university,
Okay.
but it was with studies.
Yes.
And I will connect the picture with
registrate diventano
Standards,
i sottotitoli in automatico in italiano.
But I like this one.
yes, because I
It's very intensive. I believe that
See, this one is standard.
pressure.
Fingerprints, it is.
I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which one?
I believe that
for
working with the police is a very pressure work. Yes.
Would you like to try something fingerprints? Does any of you want to dress the suit to try it on?
Fingerprints.
Okay. Fingerprints.
Andiamo al esempio.
Maybe. That's fine.
That was not 24.
Let's try it. Will you try it on the table? Can we? Maybe?
Can we use table for fingerprints?
Oh, we can try this. Maybe this paper. Let's try this paper.
So, which fingerprint will be the best? When it's dry, fingerprint
Wet.
or wet? Okay,
Yeah.
but not wet muscle first.
Greasy.
Grease, yeah. So, to show everyone the best fingerprints, you have to do this
Okay.
and then put on the paper. Okay. So, if you see
Aha.
I see
It's
Bayani.
visible. It's visible.
it's visible on some angle, but when you go for another angle, you can't see that.
Okay.
So we often use lights for
Specific lights.
yes, for footprints and
Yeah.
fingerprints. Yeah.
Okay, let's take Coco.
So you have to be gentle and you have to.
Sarah will show it to you first.
Okay.
There is no.
Voila. And you have to. And you have to, besides gentle, to go on circles like this. So it's better with real powder, but we don't have that now. Like this. And you will see, some of us has better fingerprint. Some of us doesn't show even if they have lines, can't have it on the paper.
Okay.
It depends from person.
Okay.
So
It's
who,
just genetics.
yeah,
You can try it.
who will try? Put fingerprint.
Mine is here.
Okay,
Let's try it.
here.
Much Coco.
E hai consumato tutta la voce.
The smell, the cocoa is
Yeah.
so
And
good.
we didn't know if the customs will make problem for us if we bring the real powder. So we tried it with the cocoa. But why cocoa? Because you have contrast. And what's the other thing?
Granulometry.
Yes, and the size of the granules. Yeah. Why are the size? Why is see this one? Why is the size of the granules important?
To follow the line. to put on the line, stay on the line.
Yes.
It's the weight also.
Most of traces from fingerprints are water and the sweat when you put on some surface. So the powder
Will bind.
will bind with
All
that sweat and everything.
you can use some chemicals for the fingerprints. And usually use those ones who bind with some components of the sweat. And there are some amino acids in it. So you can use green, amino black.
Okay. Нямам магазинс.
Curiosity, is it a problem to bring with you on
His hand.
No, if they
Может,
Special condition.
this will be better.
Okay, I'll put the sticker.
because we
Can put the sticker.
It works. Let's stick it on, please. Okay.
Okay? Well done. That's just a question. Okay. You just can't do that what you just did.
What are the
You
others?
put, yeah,
Hold them.
you need to be gentle and in circles.
That would be.
And where you think there is with some fingerprint, you go there. And there is count down. Okay. So in normal situation where the test will go, you don't do that. Okay. Just
Okay.
say.
So if they ask what happened here, you say just force or attack.
You have no idea how they left the room after the lecture.
Really?
There we go.
Okay, great.
What substance on the real bottle? How many ends?
I'm not.
Yes, usually some are aluminum,
Okay,
some are graphite,
okay,
and it depends on the color.
Okay.
It's different substance.
okay.
So we chose here transparent folia. Why? We get
More than you need.
black one and we have transparent. Why we chose transparent?
Because it's like the powder.
Like black or dark powder, yeah. And because of that, we get transparent. There are two sides of this folia.
Okay.
You pull this up.
So you can share it with.
Yes. And normally in gloves and everything. You pull it, you have this surface which you put on that, and if you do this, you can't move that on the right or anything. You just put how it was, yeah. And when you pull it up, you'll see some fingerprints which you put this.
The foil
Yeah.
over. But you see, because there was too much powder, you don't see it correctly. But now you are left here with a clean fingerprints. Do you see them now? They are really clean. Now they are perfect because there was too much powder.
So when you get brush, you do this in powder and then
Shake it.
shake it, yeah, and then do circles.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it. Why do we use
Sì, sì,
why?
ولا حد بالعالم
See, we do it
ترقعت
here. You don't see.
واسطة عندك
We put like this. It's much better. Angle the light. It's a great thing.
هاي بالانجليزي. Can you use clear tape? Like a duct tape?
Can, but not, you shouldn't. Yeah, you really shouldn't.
Just to a movie.
Now they're clear.
Okay.
And you practice the trial, you know that.
Yeah.
You see it in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those sticker, they use it for the door.
But in real situations, it's really
It's different.
rare.
In the movies, they also use Q-tips as swabs. Yeah, but you can't use Q-tips because they are not sterile once you open them. They're not sterile.
So also when I talked about dust lifter, when you enter the room which is indoor crime scene, you don't enter after opening the door. You open the door and get some special lights with you, some special batteries and lights, and you go by different angles on the
Check
door.
the floor.
And you check if there is some footprint there. It's the same as the finger.
So like the blue light or something.
It's not blue, it's
It can be visible light, but you just use it by the angle. And you change angles. Okay. And to see the dust.
The dust
Yeah.
for the food.
Yeah. You can have footprint by lifting off the dust that's on the floor or leaving the dust reach if the floor is unclean.
and if you have maybe you saw 30 footsteps, you won't pick every single footprint. You get from the start point, first one. You get first one, you get final one from that route which you saw, and also one from middle of route. And if you go with that light on the angle, you will also get the fourth one, which is the best, which you see, the best one you see. So
If it's the first one, it's okay.
You can't just one. First one, final one, middle one, and
Compare between the.
yes.
You can,
If you have several footprints right and left when you go and walk,
Yes.
you'll get more footprints.
and the important thing, when you police get something new. Don't advertise it. Because we had a situation, we just bought that dust lifter for our police, and there was a big thing in our media about buying that, and now we can take all the footprints and everything is great, it's better. So the guy went to the shop to exchange. Yeah, and he put the towel on the floor. He was going with the gun like this on the towel, and then robbed the girls, and then went back on the same towel, picked his towel up and went out. Just because he read in the newspaper. So you do, and police has to know what they have. Everyone else, they don't need to know what.
You can just burn his shoes. You can just burn his shoes, then there's no evidence.
Yeah, but if we had money to burn, then he wouldn't rob someone.
Exactly.
Probably.
Yes.
So those were his shoes.
Also, when someone walks, maybe Anna and I are the same height, we have the same footprints from shoe prints. When you walk different. Anna maybe walk with toes. I maybe walk on the other side of the road, yeah. So every shoe can be same, but forensic scientists can see difference between
The footwear
shoes
from
and
the bottom.
footwear.
Yeah.
So for the major brands of the footwear, you have a base, the position base, where they put all the lines on the footprint in the base. So you know for each brand, for each model of the shoe, how that shoe print will look like. So you can make the difference, and you know what kind of shoes are you looking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have several types of choosing. Will you do some shoe examination or not? Maybe he is suspect, and I go to his apartment and get his shoes to compare with crime scene. And I see first what I see is number of shoe. If it's the same number, I can go to further examination. Then I see if it's the same as the crime scene lines. If it's not, I don't need to compare. If it is, I go further. And after that, if it's the same lines, I get some specific traces on that lines, and they can have some maybe point on his line, and if it's on the trace also, it's his, and if it's not, it can be his, but if it's if it doesn't has that point which has on the trace from the crime scene, he is not the suspect.
So it has to match at some
Has
point.
to match. Yes. Not just the brand characteristics, size, and thing, but those individual things
Yeah.
that you, when you're wearing shoes.
Yeah, like if you wear it, if you walk on your heels, it will be more worn out. You walk on your toes, it will be maybe on the side, maybe on the left.
Yes. Yeah. It's visible lines when you walk on left, maybe.
So which one of you would like to get dressed? And which one of you would like to get dressed?
One assistant, one person who will be full dressed.
What is this?
Come on, we have 15 more minutes.
Oh, said.
لا ما أعرف إنها شغلة كلها.
Anyone?
Now,
No, yes.
No.
Let's get in the street. You want one? Come on.
You can do lottery, it's fine. Pick a number.
Come on. Because you need to do it for the exercise tomorrow, you will need to do it by yourselves.
Okay, I will go.
Okay? Who will help you?
Assist.
Okay. Let's just take.
هيك اسيست عارف اسيست روح اسيست روح حنحب الاسيست.
This one?
Yes, that one.
Just because one of you will get dressed and one will assist him to dress. You can't just have this and throw it and do it by yourself. Not proper.
Okay, let's go. Who's getting dressed?
Sit.
Please have a seat.
First of all, you need to get everything from your pockets. Great. Also, if you have some ring, you also by side move it by side.
Leave the shoes on. We'll have a shoe covered.
Do you have gloves?
جلافز ما جليت جلافز.
You need to wear gloves.
For me?
Yes, and mask to get his gloves.
You have to avoid to.
Contamination, okay? Oh.
من الرخيص.
فخ يقول لك. مش ميداني هذا.
You know, we can use two pairs.
واضح انه مش منكبرين منكبرين
ما شاء الله ما تعداك. الله يعين الله بولع
So there's the system, there's the technician, you don't need to wear two pairs, but he needs. And it's great that you knew that. And why that? Okay, yourself and also this is okay.
Okay, let's start.
بس
هي وين وين ها؟
To put it. No, you don't have gloves.
You just
And enjoy yourself.
عشان كذا محتاج اساسا.
Remember how it was when mommy used to dress you?
I forgot.
Yeah.
خلاص جيب احسن. كلكم لبسوا بكلية.
It's closed.
Yeah, no.
we have several types of
Suits.
Type C. Type C. ليش ولا عشان
No, take a picture.
يا رب صح جوتيك
How do you dress your dogs? Did you?
It was on the outside.
first.
بطل الجوتي يا بطل جوتي بطل الى خلف اسوي انا تبع عذبت ابو عبد الله زي كذا.
You have to go down with the shoe for lunch.
Yeah, because everyone will leave the cafeteria and we will have it for ourselves.
Now it's so crowded, so.
We just get him like that inside, taking samples, and then everyone will just scatter. And then we will have cafeteria just for ourselves.
Then we will go all of us to jail.
No.
Go.
Wait, take it off. Take it off. First pair of gloves before the suit. Just take the upper part. Take off.
هذا من هنا اسحبه نزل لك من برا.
Mhm.
لازم يلبس قفاز قبل.
Mhm.
Mohammed, come on.
Now let's take first pair of gloves. I will do something here.
Oh,
لا ما تلبس ويلبسك بعد يلبس
It's not that easy as it looks like, yeah. There's a procedure.
قال لبها الصبع هني تحت. الصبع هني تحت.
Now.
لا. أول شيء بطل لزق عشان يختنق. لا لا
No,
لا.
first mask.
اول شيء الماسك نظاره بعدين لبس هذا.
So how do you get your mask?
نظاره.
It's 2020 again.
Yes. أدنى.
Ear.
أنا عادي مختفي. لازم اصبر وراهم شيء. شوف قال ساير اقول له أدنى قال ساير تسوي نفسك فاهم. رايك سوي اللي تبغاه. أهم شيء تخنقه. يوم تقول له شيء يقول لك انت تسوي نفسك فاهم كل شيء.
And now you can put on a second pair of gloves, but you do it by yourself now.
And we saw for several times that is when you get your gloves, you do this. You can't do that.
No.
Because that glove is contaminated. So
And use this one.
Several times. So
if we are going to some serious crime scene, then you would need to tape him all over, but not this time. No.
No.
And now
Because I can't see it.
his boots. Have a seat. Uh-huh.
انت تلبس نفسك.
Can he do it? Because his gloves are sterile, but his shoes are not. You
have
need to do it.
Yeah, you have to do that.
You need to do it, not him. Cinderella. Yeah. Okay. He put everything on before the shoes, and now he's sweating. Yeah.
It's becoming sun.
Yeah, the sauna. Yes, exactly.
And you can't see us anymore.
Yeah. You'll be blind.
tomorrow several of you will be.
So I will not.
So be prepared.
Under my dress. I will not wear tomorrow.
Not.
And me.
Okay. Now, who wants to take a picture with him?
Me and my
Right.
colleague.
Your assistant.
Oh, we are always the assistants. So here.
So, how does it feel? And you're just dressed. And imagine doing a crime scene investigation in all that equipment for several hours.
In your country, for example.
We did for almost 3 years like this.
Yeah?
60, 50 degrees.
Whoa. So that's fine.
50 minutes max.
And
50 minutes.
we stay 1 hour
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, it's really nice.
type C.
في براك بس 9:30
ده
درجة حرارة 500.
المجال بالتايبي.
طيب.
Everything is nice.
Also, one more thing.
Yes.
Shield. For some specific crime scenes, you need to have a shield as well.
When will you put that before what?
قبل ما تغطي.
Mhm.
Otherwise.
He won't see it.
No, exactly.
And
No.
شكلي بس عمالهم.
yeah.
طم طم.
One. This.
Okay, sono attacchi. For your protection or
Can you?
Yes.
Just click. Really the gentle touch.
Mhm.
Yes.
هو تصور وياه بالشارع لا لا تصور وياه صوت العمر
No, sorry.
لا تصور وياه
Yeah, it's the back because it's we used other kinds. Shields.
اوكي شلون
No.
I don't need. Yes.
عرف الكواليتي
It's here. Because we changed the kind of shield that we used. Oh, come on.
I will help you.
هذا مو من الاشياء دي
No, he doesn't want to get here. No,
No? Yeah.
I don't know why. Oh, it's upside down.
Yeah, that's it. Just flip it. Oh. Okay. One's done.
I'm watching you.
My mistake it's not off the good one
It's something.
Like it's cool.
Yes, it's long for this one.
But
Because there is not enough space here.
Yeah, but it's from the same package.
لا لا واضح انا قمت صور عني وش اللي دخل على طالع يعني اكثر
It's fine.
It doesn't work. I don't know why.
قلت لك
We'll check.
يا حول خله يا رجل والله تضيع عليكم البريك
No, I think
ما له
it's from
بالبريك
the
خويك
different-
متعذب
Two
بحنان
point two extra points for
if you can manage.
if you can manage to do this.
No, this one is larger.
No,
than
it's
this one.
larger.
It's from the different package. Yeah,
It's fine.
but
Now 100. You also have a system for that.
اوكي
yeah. Okay.
Domani devi fare lezioni. Ah,
ho
ok.
visto l'orario
No, perché Daniele
poi ne avremo parlato
mi ha detto, ah sì, vabbè, ma lo sa.
See,
Sei
it's a
sicuro
bit,
che
bit larger.
ho visto l'orario
Vabbè,
eh?
roba tua di...
sì non c'è solo poi اه ذا
Mhm. This one.
che sarebbe lo lato passivo dell'epoca della morte con gli insetti la posso fare un'altra oretta perché nel nostro siamo fatti
You can't go by the
Secondo, sì.
You need to mask him.
Non andare a
And
la lezione usata dura un'oretta avendone due una la posso fare sul turno geoforense e l'altra
after you his costume,
il settimo
you do that full.
Eh sì, posso portare i bambini? Ma guarda!
And how you get your mask off?
per vedere qualche
Your
fingerprint.
It's a number larger.
Ah, ecco, giusto, perché non è più
Argenziana queste case mamma mia
Sì?
due settimane che se la so cerca di accedere le foto sembra ho dovuto farla di sabato mattina
Davvero?
ho chiesto di farla sabato mattina
Scissors, capito.
perché era troppo
E nel frattempo ci stiamo pensando.
ho detto guarda tutto lo diciamo subito che quando l'hanno presa dentro quel sacco c'era una discoteca
Senti che saltavano, sai che si
No?
muovevano.
Allora, io primo peso.
E poi la cosa più grande che c'è queste cose che le dimensioni c'ha.
Allora, but he will remove the, I will remove. Once for remove, and he will take the last he will take the first one, he will take the combination, se ne due. He will do it alone, basta, ti devi spiegare di che la fa cominciare a muovere, quindi vabbè, è una cosa veramente potente succede quasi mai, però quando succede. Mamma mia.
Little finger, yeah?
With the small one.
Yes, with a small one.
Yeah.
Lunch break?
Yeah. Your hair looks amazing because you have all these marks on your hair.
Oh, poi to Mohammed!
Great.
Great.
Nice.
I will remember.
But he didn't after.
Ah, that's simpatico.
Okay.
Rimaniamo qui per pomeriggio.
Oggi sempre qui. Domani facciamo il giro dei 7 chiesi.
And now it's not sterile anymore.
Super cappuccino,
It doesn't need two, it needs 2 hours break.
Tu, no way. No way.
No,
You deserve it.
it's okay for me.
One,
Yes.
but see you here at
Perfect.
2.
Cappuccino.
Okay.
I didn't realize that you I thought it was just like
A lot of people today.
Can we leave all this here?
No, we will have our lunch here. Oh, is your three-star Michelin lunch?
Oh. I didn't recognize the restaurant.
I know. Oh. Prima finiamo, prima.
Nikad ne dam do kraja šildove, zato što se teško nameštaju. I nema veze, nisam znala.
Ja nisam videla kako ga slavim smrljeni. Ali jedini koji je bio u kancelariji. Aha, dobro. Izvinjavam se.
Ništa nije.
Ostavljamo sve ovdje, jel?
Vabbè, proviamo sto po'.
Ma senti, stavo malissimo. Quindi, cioè. You're in my head, my friend. Don't worry.
It's okay.
Don't worry. Mamma mia, sai.
A Milano. Ah, dico.
Vabbè. Oh. No, no, dai, dimmi qualche caso interessante, che mi sai che non mi piace troppo. Ma poi quello lì che c'aveva la Lights, là, che siamo rimasti appesi, che non ci siamo più visti,
Quello che c'ha Lights
non c'aveva Lights.
non mi ha più contattato il consulente. Quindi non ho
Non
idea
so
di
come
come,
devo andare a finire.
non ho idea di come sia finita la. Questa bella. Che sta facendo?
Ah, ma giusto io che mi... Ah, ok, ok. Oh.
È un periodo di pazzi.